I'm in Carroll Gardens, next to Carroll Park, on Carroll Street, across from Carroll School, right near the Carroll Gardens Historic District. But the bigger question is, who is all this named after? Who is Charles Carroll? Does the name sound remotely familiar?
No, should we know who that is?
Do you know who Carroll Gardens is named after?
A man whose last name was Carroll. I'm guessing.
Do you know what tomorrow is?
The 4th of July.
Okay. Do you know that Charles Carroll and the 4th of July are connected?
No, I didn't know
What
that.
happened on the 4th of July?
Yes,
What?
the Declaration of Independence.
Charles Carroll did something on July 4th, 1776?
Discovered Carroll Gardens.
To help solve the mystery, I spoke to John Heyer, the historian and archivist at Sacred Heart and St. Stephen's Church on Carroll Street.
Charles Carroll was the only Catholic signer of the Declaration of Independence. On the Declaration itself, he actually signs Charles Carroll of Carrollton, so as not to be confused with other Charles Carrolls of the time. That was a criticism of some of his other signers who actually were saying that he wasn't really jeopardizing anything as far as treason was concerned because there were so many Charles Carrolls, and who would ever pinpoint him. So he actually signed Charles Carroll of Carrollton, which was the property that he owned in Maryland.
So how did a revolutionary from Maryland end up with a Brooklyn park and neighborhood named after him? In the Revolutionary War, the Battle of Brooklyn, the Maryland Regiment fought bravely to let George Washington and his troops escape. To honor their sacrifice, this park and this neighborhood was named after their famous Maryland senator.
The Maryland Regiment fought so bravely against the British right here in our neighborhood.
The park was named after Charles Carroll, essentially, because he was the most prominent or foremost representative of Maryland.
John Heyer says that as the only Catholic to sign the Declaration, Charles Carroll set a crucial precedent. He fought for the religious freedom that we enjoy today.
Catholics were not allowed to participate in government because they were seen as having allegiances somewhere else. They didn't have allegiances to their country, they had allegiances to the Pope, to Rome. So Charles Carroll, for that reason, above others probably, decided to become involved with the revolution itself in order to ground a new nation in true freedoms.
John Heyer says that Charles Carroll of Carrollton is more than just a signature on the line of the Declaration of Independence. He's a role model for all Americans and all Catholics.
He didn't have to do it. He could have just received all the money from his land and from leasing them out and just have continued to be one of the wealthiest men in the country. But he didn't. He knew that God obviously had given him some great gifts and he needed to give back. And I think that's something that we should all really take to heart, is that when greatness is given to you or when ability is given to you, you should use that for the betterment of everyone, not just for your own betterment.
56 men signed the Declaration of Independence. By penning their names on that piece of paper, they stood to lose everything. We remember their bravery by naming locations after them, but we also remember every year on July 4th, Independence Day. Reporting for Currents from Carroll Gardens, I'm Katie Breidenbach.